Yo, what up? What up? What up? Who do we got? Anthony, what up? What up, Anthony? What up, Jesus? Dave Allen, huh? Zorro. Yeah, you know what's funny? I just watched the highlight, go fuck yourself, of his fight, and I saw that the A goes in front of the U. But come on. That's not like a dumbass mistake. That's kind of like, what do you expect? That's a fucking weird, what is he, a Samoan? Like, what kind of, we're in fucking America. Spell your name American. What's up, Neri? What's up, David? Highlights for sure. I just watched the Josh Taylor highlights too. See, those are fights that are to me are highlight worthy. But Vega. And you know what's funny? The loses and looses is something I've been doing for years. It's the one word loose and lose always confuse me. So let's get this straight. Which one is loose? Like yo, your sister's mad loose, yo. And then which one is you're gonna lose? Like if I fought you, Vega, I'd fucking whoop your ass, so you would lose. Who would you match Moses? I think he should fight Bacoli. Fuck it. And I take it back. Moses did look amazing. I take it back. He did look very good. But the dude he was fighting was a smaller guy. Not, that guy could have probably been a cruiserweight if he was in shape. A tale of two halves. Explain that. I prayed to your father last. Oh. You prayed to your Jesus. Ah, she's joking. Okay, I'm like this. Somebody die. One word, huh? We shall see. Kiss my ass. Lose, loose. Well, loose should be the two O's, right? That would make sense. I don't fucking know anymore. That's something my man Big Dave, because he's 6'7". He always is like, you always confuse those two. Lose is the right term. Word. Taylor won the first half of the fight, so let's swept the second half. Yeah, I got the gist of the fight. What Taylor was doing, which I thought was interesting, not interesting, weird. He was letting Esserman, or however you pronounce it, tee off on him like Tiger Woods. You don't let Tiger tee off. He was just kind of waiting for Usman to stop. Like he was just kind of letting him punch and holding him and doing this and trying to hold him. Usman's punches weren't that fast. Taylor did not punch while Usman was punching. That was his mistake. He didn't try and throw shot. He let him finish his shit and then try and get him separately or move. That's a big one. The highlight showed all that. I got a high level eye. When you have an eye as high level as mine, Alex, all you need is highlights. Matter of fact, you know what? I might start embracing this highlight king. I don't even watch full basketball games. I watch the NBA highlight. Fuck am I gonna watch the refs blowing whistles, dude shooting foul shots? Unless it's a foul shot that's important to the game's outcome, like a game-winning foul. I don't give a fuck about foul shots. Highlights is where it's at, baby. I'm a busy man. I think we're going to win tonight, but probably still lose the series. Punches were affecting Taylor. That's why he didn't. Nah. I disagree. And if that's the case, you still punch in between. Is that how you fight? Because I'll fuck you up. You fight me like that. You fight me like that, I'll be letting off ridiculous AK-47 combinations on you. You're just going to have to wait for me to finish. But by the time you're done, I'm going to be switched up. Punk-ass Floridian. You look like you got socked. What? Did you hear what Eddie Hearn said? No, tell me. Unsubscribes? Huh? You're unsubscribing? I'm very confused what's happening. Nah, the NBA won valid. Yeah, man, that shit is mad boring. Yes. He wasn't fighting like that in the first half. Didn't the highlight show that? It showed what I said it showed. I think he should have punched in between his shots. I think he should have used his height better. I've been around Josh Chello. He's pretty much my height, right? I'm 5'11". He was almost fucking eye to eye with me, maybe a little shorter, but for at the time too, when I met him, he was, what was he, 135 or some crazy shit, like mad light to be my height. So he should have used his height way better. Hell yeah. Well, look, some guys hit so hard, right, that you got to be cautious doing that. Okay. But you could still do it. I was in Vegas this was years ago, three years ago. I was at Vegas in at a presser. It was the Caleb Plant Canelo weekend. And it was a presser for another fight that they were having at one of the Vegas. I forget which one even now. I saw what's her face was there. She's fucking very attractive. What's her name? The girl who looks like the fighter looks like J-Lo. Real pretty. Looks chill. And in person, I thought it was J-Lo. All jokes from far away. I was like, that fucking J-Lo? What's her name again? The one who looks like J-Lo? Eddie said something like Boots is worried and can't beat Tio or looks. What? His own promoter said that? Maybe he's trying to, like, I don't know. That's exactly Yayan. Chase, what up? This isn't Chase Durr, is it? Or is it? You Chase Durr or you're a different Chase? Serrano, thank you. Her. Shut up, smartass. He knows that. No, not Serrano. No, not Serrano. I don't find Serrano attractive. Her, Estrada. I believe her. Yeah, she was attractive in person. I don't usually be liking Puerto Ricans because of Vega. I mean, I used to love Puerto Ricans growing up, but now this dude makes me, I don't like any of them anymore because of him. But before that, I loved them. We used to do the bachata. I'm very good at the bachata. Nah, Serrano looks nothing like J-Lo. Serrano, I don't want to talk bad about her because I might work with MVP because I've been talking to them a little. Let me just say she's not my type. I'll put it that way. It's not Serrata. Who is it? Let me see. And now I got to do that. I'm going to chat. Let's see if ChatGPT is that good. Here we go. Let's see. I'm going to do this with you guys. Let's have some fun. It's nice. ChatGPT. Here we go. All right, here we go. Who's the female boxer currently who resembles Jennifer? Damn it. Who resembles Jennifer Lopez? Let's see what we got. Searching. It might be Estrada. Janice Gary? No. What? God damn it. Let's try this again. Who's the female boxer currently who looks like Jennifer Lopez? Is that better? Who the fuck is Gary? I think it's Estrada. Who is this Janice Gary? Who is this? All right. Well, I don't know who the fuck that is. Let me look her up, though. Janice Gary. Boxer. All right. Janicia Estrada. Let me look her up. Yes, it is Estrada. Okay, it's Estrada. She might be Mexican, but she looks like fucking J-Lo in person. I'll tell you that. No, it's Estrada. I just looked her up to confirm. Who's married to Chris Mannix? Estrada's married to Chris Mannix? Holy shit. I'm in an outdoor wedding that had 3 p.m. start time, still hasn't started. Okay. What kind of wedding is it? Is it Bulgarian weddings? Because we tend to start late. What up, Stay Wavy? You've been telling... Strada married... Oh my God, are you serious? What the fuck? I hate him. I hate him even more. Why? Because he has my job. 2, because he has that dope ass fucking deep announcer voice. He has that fucking Alex Vega voice. If I had an Alex Vega voice, not an Alex Vega brain, not Alex Vega boxing skills, not that, or looks, but if the voice, shit, I'll be on Showtime right now. I'll be on Showtime right now. Your son's friend. Now you're right. I swear I thought that was her. Fuck, man. Yeah, she was there. Josh Taylor was there. Who the fuck? Man, it might have been a Keyshawn. I forget. Vega voice not even. Nah, it is. You got that like announcer voice. Hey, man, you got to give people props, right? We're not going to lie that he's good looking or smart. Like, that's ridiculous. That's Boulder Dash. That's silly. You know what I'm saying? Stupid fucking thing. But he does have a deep voice. What are you going to do? He said you're glazing, Unc. He can say what he wants. People got everybody has some kind of good character, some kind of characteristics that shine through. Vegas just happens to have a deep voice. That's all. I watched that fight in Japan live. Leo trying to get Inoue. You better be careful what he wishes for. I don't even remember. I know it's sad to say. I know Pop Smoke's from New York, but I don't listen to hip hop like that. I don't even know what the fuck he sounds like. I did see some movie he was in right before. I guess I know he died because I remember after seeing that movie, somebody was like, "Yo, that dude in the movie, he was a rapper who got killed." I forgot what the movie was. It was like 3-4 years ago, maybe. Anyway, got fights lined up, don't he? I don't know, man. I didn't know who he was. Yeah, exactly. Me too. Only because I saw that movie and they were like, "Oh, apparently what was the deal? He put a receipt. One of his boys or somebody took a picture of some shit they bought, and the credit card receipt had his address on it or some shit like that, and people came up and robbed him." Pop Smoke sounded like today's generic rappers. Yo, I just did a Tito Trinidad. I might even I've never done this before. I might give you guys the sneak peek. I haven't even released it yet. I did a Trinidad versus Obakar video. I know fucking Bob will like this. So would CJ if he's here, but he's not. What's up, Joaquin? I was in 10th grade. Holy smokes, I'm getting old. Shut the fuck up. Getting old. Try getting gray hairs on your chin. Try having your knees hurt just for no reason. Just for no reason. I'll be sitting down just for like an hour watching something. I'll get up. The shits will hurt. Try that. Today's music sucks. Come on. Like, for real. It's good. It's not good. I was in 10th grade in 1991. You dipshit. So you're 9 years off, but not too far off. Obakar would have world. I don't know, man. Maybe. Typical. You guys want to see it? Want to see the video? World premiere. So world premiere. Oba was no. I heard now, Bob. Sad. I heard Oba's not doing well. He's in like some kind of a home. He has brain damage. He has to be like taken care of. This is what boxing does. So there you go. Obakar, tremendous amateur. One of the hottest prospects in boxing. Never made it to the pinnacle. Some say because he was fighting against dudes like Trinidad, who I just did the video on. Super speed, super power, killer instinct. Had a little bit of that Philly shit in him. A little bit of that Meldrick Taylor. Like he would just bang out sometimes when he shouldn't. Chris Mannix married. Tanisha, the fuck? Hey, man. I don't know. But fuck it. I think he's a tall dude. I saw your video yesterday. You at MSG. You broke dude down. Huh? What you talking about? What of me at MSG? When did I break somebody down? I don't know what you're talking about. Put the video in the. Matter of fact, you know what, Oval? I like you. Let me give you a wrench. You deserve a wrench. So you're a good dude. But put the video. You've been anointed, wrenched up. What are you talking about? Put the video in the chat. Are you staying on until the wedding starts? I don't know. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna get off. I gotta get my workout in, and we're gonna go see Final Destination tonight at 7. What up, Mexican? Chris winning at life. Don't even have to be good at his job. I know, man. Have you done a video on Trinidad versus Reed? Yes. Yes, I believe I did. I thought David Reed had very Roy Jones-esque vibes to me when he came out. Super fast, super fucking twitchy and bouncy. Yeah, actually. I get eczema, though. Both these knuckles here, because that's where I guess I land a lot of my shit. Yep. I think this Tank versus Roach rematch is going to be the fight of the year. But it'll be hard to top Connor Eubank. Connor Eubank was great because of the backstory, but the fight itself showed guys with tremendous heart and just put it all out on the table. But neither of them were hitting mad hard or fast. Like, at no point did you think either of them could hurt each other. I know that bothers me in a fight. I want to know that somebody could get somebody out at any point. Yeah, man. Yeah, his commentary sucks. I don't know what man. What's this? Smooth something? What is this, Bob? What are you putting out here, Bob? Fuck is this shit? Who the fuck is Smooth? I don't know what that was, but Tank is going to go out like Broner in the Roach rematch. Great. You're trying to fucking trigger certain people in here from someplace called South B. Now we got to hear this Broner shit. My son has a gaming YouTube channel. He started. Oh, okay. I got you. I thought it's just be my knuckles hurting. I got to switch something up. It could be the gloves, could be the bag, could be the hand wraps, could be a lot of things. I get eczema very easily. So like, especially in the winter, so my shit cracks up. I used to have to go into the gym and literally put Band-Aids on every fucking knuckle because they would all be cracked. They'd all be like sliced up. So every punch I would throw would sting, especially when I start sweating. It would get in there, it'd start getting all ripped up. That shit would be I'd do that for years. Then I got some real eczema cream. You were boxing a dude twice your size, busted him up. Now I know that. When did you see that? You might be mistaking me for somebody else. I don't have that many clips out, and I don't think anybody in my clips were twice my size. I've done that before, actually, but I haven't been recorded it. Ben Def Hurts Chris, did you watch it live? Yeah. Nah, I don't think. I watched the whle fight live. Well, I think I did a live chat with you guys. Nah, I don't think they hurt each other. Maybe a little wobble, did. Maybe a little, but nobody was hurt. Like nobody was in danger of going down, in my opinion, at any point. My bag is hard as. Yeah, that's why I got this water bag. Yeah, and I'm telling you, switch up to a water bag. If you're daily use, nothing beats that for your joints and your hands and everything. So you didn't enjoy the I love the Eubank and Ben fight. Yes. I just didn't like that. At no point was there. It takes away from the sense of dramatic. It takes away from the dramatic flair when you're watching, you see the punches landed, the punches thrown, and this is exciting, but that there's a very, very small likelihood that either man is going to go down or at least or be tremendously hurt. They're just going to kind of like ward and Gotti it, just pound on each other, but I don't know. I really like that element of surprise. Like, oh, no, somebody could go down here. Like, there's no doubt that somebody could go down. That's why people love watching Mike Tyson, Javante, Hagler. Steve Collins versus Paul Williams. I don't know much about Collins. I know he was a British dude who beat a lot of the older super middleweight greats. But I think Steve Collins would have been too heavy for Paul. Paul heaviest was 160. Now, you're right. If he didn't get paralyzed, he probably could have got up to 168. Good die, mate. You guys want to see this video? You guys want to see this world premiere joint or what? Because I'll world premiere right now. Or a sneak peek, I guess. Because I didn't drop it yet on IG or any other platforms. I just finished it. You'll see I'm wearing this fucking same clothes in it. That was a dope fight. And that's what made Trinidad so much fun, to my point, to Vega and whoever else. Trinidad, not only could he knock people out, he could always go down himself. And he was known for getting up. You know, Puerto Ricans are punks. You know what I'm saying? They got no chin. Punk-ass Puerto Ricans with no chin. You know what I'm saying? Especially dudes from wherever Vega's family's from in Puerto Rico. But he would always get up. And all jokes aside, he would get up and he'd always be okay. It was flash knockdowns. So you know he's going to get up and rumble instantly. I don't think I've ever seen Trinidad really hurt. I mean, I guess, the Bernard Hopkins knockdown, but that dude was like 3 times fucking his size. That was a ridiculous fight. I hate Larry Merchant, but I kind of agreed with him when he was like, you don't find it embarrassing that you're coming down to fight 154-pounders? He was like, that's only 4-6 pounds less. Know your history. I was a middleweight. It's like, yeah, you were a middleweight when you were 19. Like, we all know you're naturally a fucking light heavyweight right now. But your discipline is out of control, so you can come down. All those years in fucking prison, his discipline's nuts. He'll do whatever. But you know what? That's part of the rules, so I guess it still counts. But to me, I thought it was a bit of a bitch move. Bit of a bully. Not bitch. Let me not say bitch. No fighter's a bitch. Bully move. Bit of a bully move. This dude's 6'1", naturally 175. He went and snatched up the titles from all these 5'9", 154-pound guys. Come on. Ben was swinging. Show the video? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. This was when Felix Trinidad showed tremendous grit along with his famed power. Let's rock it.
When Felix Trinidad showed 3M sandpaper grit, 1994, Obakar instantly rocks Tito back with his golden scepter jab. Carr then lands a right that blasts Felix out the sky like he was playing duck hunt. Trinidad rises, but Oba opens up like a Starbucks chain, swinging more mallets than a kid testing his strength at the carnival. But Tito weathers the storm and slaps Oba coming in like he's a toddler reaching in the cookie jar. The Puerto Rican native begins sending the overzealous Carr more spiteful counters than a divorce attorney, as he repeatedly cracks Oba's Liberty Bell like they're in Philly. The two welterweights continue trading bombs like they're arms dealers. Tito then lands a crushing right hand that sends Carr backpedaling like he's LeBron getting back on defense. The Boricua star continues playing Kasparov-level chess as he smashes Oba coming in with a sinister counter that swivels his body like a deadbolt lock. This forces the Detroit native to go back to basics like he's dating a 6. So he boxes while remaining on the outside like a vampire who hasn't been invited in. Carr continues peppering Tito like a Caesar salad. But each shot seems to hit Tito like 1.21 gigawatts as it only intensifies his response. Tito continues setting DEA-level traps as he counters with the savagery of Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. The momentum shifts again as Oba finds openings and taps Tito up like a maple tree. The two pugilists then continue feverishly trading like it's 9:30 on Wall Street. Felix's right hand then finds its way home like it's using Google Maps as he fires it over the top of the shorter car, which shakes him like an Etch-a-Sketch. They both then jump in the phone booth like they're Clark Kent as they start trading premium leather like they're at the Compton swap meet. Felix then swallows a bomb like he's Yoshi from Super Mario, but then lands his own stunners that send Carr crip-walking across the canvas before he grabs Felix like they're about to do the bachata. Oba then amazingly swings the pendulum as he repeatedly cracks Tito's mug like a clumsy IHOP waitress. But Tito pivots the momentum again, landing a vicious extra crispy two-piece that drops Oba on his rear like he just lost in musical chairs. Carr is up, but Trinidad quickly leaves him on all fours like he's searching for a contact lens. The Michigan native bravely rises again, but Tito slams on the gas and runs through Oba like a bad enchilada, which forces the ref to stop the fight.
Boom. What you guys think? What you guys think? That was a crazy fight. Oba, see, and Tito had a lot of fights like that. David Reed, Trinidad, De La Hoya. He never fought Ike Corte, did he? No, but Tito had a lot of fights like that. You know what I mean? My wife rushed us here, still waiting. Historically, welterweights have constantly fought middleweights. Boxing has not always had junior middleweight class. True. Sup, Kalia? Most people, Marco got bars. I don't rhyme them, though. I could, though. That's not that hard to rhyme. Just add an extra word in both sentences that rhymes at the end. It's not that hard. Like the Caesar salad one you said, right? Like, Trinidad was attacking, throwing cinder blocks that were valid, peppering up Carr like he's a Caesar salad. See? I throw in the word valid and rhyme it with salad, and there's a bar. But I don't do that, but I could. Yesterday it came up my feed. It was you. I don't think you yourself. It was case of reputation preceding yourself. That's really cool. Okay. Appreciate it. I low-key wasn't listening. Who won that? You're such a jerk-off. Okay, Marco Cultured. That was a good bro. No lie. Thank you. Why did you say I'm cultured? Out of curiosity, what made you use that word? Good work. Obakar would destroy Ryan and Devin. Oba was a bad man. But him and David Reed, funny, who brought up David Reed? I think Clarissa did, right? He also, like Oba, I believe they were pushed too quickly. They were put in there with these killers at a young age, and it fucked them up. See, there is an argument for fighters. They need to be brought along. They need to be vine ripened, like rocket tomatoes in Italy. Vine ripened slowly and beautifully before they picked off that tree. He did look like he was crip walking. Soup, you missed it. You missed my Obakar versus Trinidad video. Just dropped it on here. Sneak peek. It's going to be out on the platforms in a couple hours. Shut the fuck up, Eon. Eon, what? Yayan, you yogurt man. Why are you dissing me? Why you keep fucking with me? What'd I do to you? Cultured means I'm one of you? Cultured means you're black? See, that's racist. That is perpetuating.
Oh, that's racist.
Cultured does not mean you're black. Anybody could be cultured. Or you mean the culture. That's different. I think he meant the. Matter of fact, let's find out. Did you mean the culture as in black people, or did you mean cultured like I know shit? Let's figure out. Maybe Eon has a point. Maybe Eon has a Yayan, Yo Ma has a point. Maybe. Let's see. Low chillin'. Talk to us. Cultured as in I know shit, or I'm part of the culture as in I'm a brother. Def ain't say you was black, meant like American. Thank you. See, Yayan, you racist bastard. Not everybody's so fucking racist like you. Tito's loaded gloves didn't hurt his. Okay. No, you can't ignore that. That has been an accusation from day one. There's no proof of that. I interviewed William Joppy. That motherfucker swore. This interview was within the last like 3 years. He was like, if I see him, it's on. That motherfucker loaded his gloves. Now, how do you know? Soup, man, they don't realize when you're from New York like us, we just know more shit than people because we're around more cultures. Soup, tell them. How many people in your high school, your middle school, how many different fucking ethnicities or mixed ethnicity people did you grow up with? Indian, Chinese, Cambodian, Bulgarian, like all kinds of shit. We just know more shit. Mark, are you an honorary brother? Okay. I'll tell you one thing. I grew up around more black people than a lot of actual black, like being on these, growing up in New York City, I could never say that because but since I've been on the internet and meeting people from like small towns or whatever, I grew up around more black people than most black people that I know that aren't from New York, which is funny. Felt like rocks. What's good, Michael? What the deals? I'm gonna go see. I might even watch the full Nick game when I get back, depending what time I get back. I'll be back around 9:30. Yeah, I probably will be able to catch it. Oh no, that's when it ends. What's up, Shane? What's up, Shaner? Shaners. Moses beats Andy Cruz. Whatever happened to the Cuban dude? He has like a white fucking, sounds like an American name, but he's Cuban. What the hell's his name? No, Sanchez. David Sanchez? The Cuban dude, I saw him fight live at, I believe it was maybe Wilder versus Helenius on the undercard, and he looked like Mike Tyson. He looked fast, he looked scary, and then it was, I believe, Ajit Caballero who fucking knocked him out, right? Is he done though? Yeah. Yeah, I missed it there a little bit. I won't front. Only because Bacoli is a bit of a fat bastard, right? Only because, and let's be real. Ituama is borderlining. He's fat bastard borderlining because he's not in the best shape either. He's 20. You guys want to see what I look like when I was 20? Like, you know what people look like when they're 20. You know how you're fucking where is it? You know how your body, like, you could eat whatever you want and you poop the shit out within 10 seconds. You know what I mean? And like, where is it? No, not this. Ooh, I was young. All right, there we go. This is me at 20. This is me at 20. So that's the dudes that I was actually, I might have been 19 there. When you're that young, you should be ripped. You shouldn't have an ounce of fat on you. And Ituama's a little pudgy, so I don't know. That's one thing I got to look after. And I know people say, "Oh, fat," you're right. There's a lot of fat guys who never get tired who could fight, but what it does show 9 out of 10 times, it shows a lack of possible focus or discipline. All right, that's all I'm saying. Stupid. I'm like, yeah, she. That was funny. Loma. See, all right, Clarissa. There you go. This is your first one, I think.
Oh, that's racist.
Not all white people look alike. That was my Kevaruni shit. That was when I was fighting under the Kevaruni. Kevin was still my trainer at that point, as a matter of fact. That was when I was, a lot of head movement and shit. Thank you. Yeah, there was no sound, although you just heard the sound, so. Belizar, какво става? 20-year-old Marco beats 20-year-old 48-year-old Marco beats 20-year-old Yayin. Come on. I will pound Yayin out like I'm Ron Jeremy. That was gross. But you guys get it. Aren't you 21 now? Why are they calling you Murphy from RoboCop now? Joe Budden. I don't mind either of those. I think the Joe Budden one, although I don't see the Joe Budden. I don't think I look like him. But I think it's a compliment, so I'm good with it. I don't like being called when fucking Johnny called me Sonny Edwards. I don't look like a midget meth head with acne. Like, nah. And bad teeth. Like buck teeth, midget, meth head with acne. I don't look like that. That was an insult to me. Joe Budden, I'll take. I don't see it, but I'll take it. You had Josh winning? Oh, shit. So it's just the beard? So you can't say somebody looks like somebody if they just have a beard. Everybody has a beard these days. I don't even grow a beard. I just get lazy and don't shave. E-Rock will fuck you up. One of E-Rock's arms is bigger than your head. E-Rock be coming on the camera with his guns just blazing. He knows what he's doing. I don't think he walks around with fucking tank tops all the time, but whatever. Flaunt it. What up? Look good for the first round, but I am to tell fighter. I call it. Yeah, that I don't like either. I don't know who the Tony guy is. I don't like either. That's not a compliment. E-Rock 50, man. White Tupac. I'll take that. I don't see the resemblance, but I'll take it. Yeah, you got the beard and the similar head shape. Maybe, but not. Isn't looks facial features? We don't have the same facial features at all. Muscles don't win fights. Okay. No, that's true. Plot twist. Alberto beats every. You say his name one more time, Clarissa, and it's your fault when he comes in here. You, my dear, will be held responsible for that. Yeah, fucking be kidding me. This Alberto shit. Alberto. I wonder what his deal is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I believe he's young. That's my belief. But like young, like under 18. But whatever. You look like Burns from The Simpsons. That's funny. That's not bad. That's good. He's emo. Matter of fact, I have another one of me hitting the bag. This one's old, though. This is actually around the same time, but it's very bad. Where is it? It's very bad. Where the fuck is this shit? Very bad. Whatchamacallit? Quality. Marco, I can't fucking stand Schofield Jr. This guy hasn't done shit and talks. I think he's a really good fighter. I think you're right. He hasn't proven himself, but what? Maybe his dad. What does he say? He doesn't talk shit. I don't know what they're doing with Mo. He does seem to be being pushed along. Angelo, what? I believe that Clarissa perfectly nailed the what Alberto's problem is. And what is that, Shane? You kind of do look like Burns. Ooh, that's what they should do, E-Rock. That one. Torres versus Moses. Let's stop all the bullshit. Let's start letting these young lions clash while they're still fucking rising stars. Not have to let everybody age out like oak barrel wine. Come on, let's do it. What do you think about the new heavyweight that everybody's trying to now? You're talking about Ituama, I assume? Auntie can't. I do like how Ness was like, you better let him talk. That was funny. Auntie wants to throw hands around. Well, round one was a little it came at his face a little bit. I wouldn't have, that's not really good. You don't do that. You know what I mean? It's okay to ask questions, tough questions. It's okay to approach sensitive, controversial topics, but not try and just make people sound like they're, I don't know. It sounded like he was just trying to stir the pot. And I don't know round one well, so I don't know if he was trying to do it if he on purpose and stir the pot a little for views, or if he really thought that. Look, if he really thought that, that's on him. You know what I mean? But the interaction was, as a host, you want to make the guests feel comfortable, not like they're sitting under a bright light with a lie detector wrapped around their arms. You know what I mean? You think he's damn, that's racist. Young Lions clash. You said fighters got a vine ripen. Nah, man. Nah, I didn't say that. I mean, I remember saying something about vine ripening, but I think young lions should clash. I think it's a mix of both. Mix of both. You don't want to throw them in over their head too quickly, right? But you also don't want to just keep feeding them lower level competition, because then it just gets like, there's a good balance, you know, and I think we should start doing that. Why not let some of these young guys fucking, my man Jeremy Williams did that. He shouldn't have, and he lost. That was his first loss against Larry Donnell, and that fucked his whole shit up. But you're right. He might not. Who you got, Senior, or if they bare knuckle fought? I've never seen Senior throw hands. I saw round one hit a bag briefly. But Tevin versus Floyd is a good fight. Farmer should school Floyd. We back in sack. You're back chasing after sacks? Oh, CJ, just because you're damn near San Francisco doesn't mean you got to start chasing those sacks.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Fruity.
Wedding starting. See you tomorrow. All right. Maybe tonight. Sugar fought Duran when he was like 22, 23. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Good point. Shit, Canelo fought Floyd at 22 or 23. Canelo already had like 50 fights at 22, 23. My cousin was going crazy about Crawford knocking out Canelo in September. I literally ordered him a Crawford meat lovers after that. I mean, you can't literally, because there's no pizza place that'll be like, oh, sure, we'll send that right over. It was like Omaha ham and like what would be in a Crawford's meat lover pizza, literally? Like freshly shipped sausage and ham from Omaha? I don't really. How crazy would it be if Bud did? That would be crazy, because Canelo's never even been really hurt except briefly against Cotto. No. Larry Donnell, Joe, I'm sure you remember this, is the dude who Riddick Bowe snuffed at the press conference. You know what I loved about that too? Larry Donnell was scared of Bowe. You could see it at the press conference. He was acting like a deer caught in headlights, like a shivering little pup. And Bowe still hit him. But when other guys were in his face, like Lennox Lewis and all these guys, Bowe didn't do shit. And there's a video of Evander Holyfield calling Bowe out to his face. You guys remember there was like 5-6 years ago, Bowe and Holyfield would be sitting in chairs at some boxing gym in Florida, just like talking, and somebody recorded it. It was like 2 or 3 different days that they did it, or maybe it was one day, but it was like 2 hours they were there. And one of those things was Evander was like, yeah, you snuffed that guy. It was barely, couldn't even look you in the eye. But then Lennox gets in your face and you don't do anything. I love how Evander called him out like that. Evander is one thing I'll say about Evander is, in terms of being tough and being like a fighter, you don't get more balls than him, more of a man than him. What up, HLD? White girls and thongs. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Me personally, I like Cambodian chicks. Cambodian, Pakistani, Thailand. I'm just kidding. No. I like them all. Liked. Those days are over. Yeah, but Bowe did say, do it then. You won't do shit to Lennox. Joe, there's a big difference between saying you won't do shit and swinging on somebody who wasn't even in your face. Like, Larry Donald wasn't even turned at him. Larry Donald's kind of like looking away and was all fucking sheepish. Come on. Big difference, in my opinion. Vander was one of the toughest boxers ever, regardless of weight. Stizormy, right? Right? I was like, he called his ass out. I was thinking the same thing when Lennox got in his face. He was like, oh, you're not the man I thought you were. I remember, I did people don't know this because it was never released. Me and Lennox did a podcast together. Lennox's podcast. He was going to start his own podcast called something chess. Something to do with, what's it called? So like Checkmate with Lennox, right? And I was going to be his co-host. And we were only recorded one episode and it never came out. But in that episode, I remember Lennox saying that, like talking about Bo. Taylor is finished. Well, good career if he is, right? Cotto versus Ronald Winky Wright. Because there's nobody named Ronald White who I've ever heard of. Bo didn't like Ronald cause Larry done the elite. Maybe, yeah. Bo versus Gonzalez. Oof, I should do that fight. That was so quick, though. Bo beat the shit out of Gonzalez. Bo was jittery, bully sort of guy. Lewis was the bully's boogeyman. Yup. Damn, I know you was sick. It didn't go through. What? Holyfield went broke while the pastor of the church, he donated millions to his rich. Wow. Well, Holyfield, there's an example. He had the most expensive house. I don't know if it's the world or if it's in America. The most expensive mansion in all of America. It was something along the lines of $1 million a month to upkeep it. $1 million a month. So $12 million just to upkeep it. We're talking the groundskeepers, the pools, all the shit. All the things that the electricity, all the things. $1 million a month. A month. Probably Winky. Gonzalez beat Bo and Lewis. What are you talking about? Bo knocked Gonzalez out. Talking about the Cuban dude with the fucking lion's mane shag haircut? Tua versus Bo. Bo. Too big. Made another bet. Damn, E-Rock. You're either going to get cleaned out or you're going to be pizzade. The podcast Anki was probably upset. Didn't continue. Oh. Yeah. Kind of. It was dope talking to Lennox. Like, we talked about everything. We did like an hour and a half. He still might release it. Who knows? I asked to get the footage, but they just haven't given it to me yet. He said, like, Lennox wants to look at it first. And I have a feeling he's never even looked at it. Did you get to watch the PPVs as a kid? No, of course. Everything that was YouTube, nah. Everything that was on in the 90s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, I watched live. All the big fights I would watch. We'd have parties. I mean, come on, that was... I don't know how he went broke. On some MC Hammer shit, I guess, but he did. Agreed, CJ. Gonzalez beat Bo and Lewis in the amateurs. Oh, did he? Well, he sure as fuck didn't beat him in the pros. And that's what people say. That's the argument for Bo and Lewis. Yeah, Lewis beat Bo in the amateur, knocked him out. Although I believe it was a bit of an early stoppage, but knocked him out. In the pros, at the time, I was on my New York shit. I thought Bo would have beat him. Now, I don't know. It's hard. Like, Riddick Bowe, 1992 Riddick Bowe versus 1992 Lennox. Who wins? That's true. He has a lot of baby mamas. What up, E-Rock? Number 2? Nah, you're EG. You're E-Boogie? Whatever. So, Marco, were you able to get from Lennox Lewis how he really felt regarding Bo ducking him? Well, I talked to him. Do you remember there's a video recently of Bo walking up to Lennox and Lennox is commentating and Bo pretty much like shakes his hand, apologizes? Do you remember that? I saw when Lennox got up, that motherfucker, he got up with like that 1 foot between them, like ready. Because he thought, because Bo's crazy. And I was like, Lennox, is it just me, or did you look at first like you were unsure what his intentions were, and you took a step back to get in that stance? And Lennox is like, you're absolutely right. He's unpredictable dude. I didn't know what he was coming to me for. But nah, that's all we talked about. And he said, you could tell he didn't really like Bo. I could like even when he talked to me, like you could just tell he's kind of like, yeah, he's cool, but the space we have between us is good. He didn't say that, but that was the energy he gave me. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Yeah, Lennox. I remember being like, Lennox is about to punch him in the face. That's true, Joe. Taylor at the. So let's do this. The best Bo, which was probably had to be before Galata, right? Right before 93 Bo versus 96, 97 Lewis. Who wins? For some reason, Bo, even though they're the same age and they were in the same like fucking Olympic year, for some reason, Bo's career fast tracked. Like he got a title shot, won a belt before Lewis. Seems like way before, like 2 or 3 years before Lewis. Taylor is 34, going to give him grace. Dude, that's some of the greatest runs on speed ever. That's the reason I go. Okay. I was so blessed to have all the cable channels in the 90s and a dad who let me order. Oh, shit. That's dope. I had a Descrambler. You guys remember that? It was a little, it's kind of like it was the 90s version of the Fire Stick. It was a little box that somebody would make, a little box. Inside it had like a little electronic board. You would plug the box into your cable box and it had a little red button. You press the button and you'd see the cable box do like a weird number thing will pop up, and that would descramble it. So that would unblock it. Because when you pay for stuff, the box blocks all the other stuff I guess you weren't paying for. This box, in essence, opened up the vault door. So now all the channels came into your TV. And every now and then, it would scramble again. You just had to press the button again, and it would descramble it. Those shits were fucking dope. I don't know. And this is before the internet, so it had to be word of mouth to find one. You couldn't just go look one up. Tyrell Biggs might have even beaten Tyson in the amateurs. Look at the second Galata fight. Lennox couldn't of what Bo took that night as Bo. It's his best beating. Couldn't have took what Bo was. Yeah, both fights. Galata was whooping Bo's ass. Yeah, of course, Storm. Whooping his ass. Both fights. Now, he was hitting him in the nuts. But even before that, he was whooping his ass. And most of the shots he was landing were to Bo's head. He just had Bo's number. But Bo showed so much grit in that fight that Galata, who was insecure and I think fucking bipolar, when he couldn't get Bo out of there, and Bo was, after 7-8 rounds of dropping Bo, literally beating him into pugilistic dementia. Like he had a permanent slurred speech after that Galata fight. I've done videos of this. You hear him before the fight and hear him after. Literally, he goes from speaking clear like me to like James Toney after the fight. After Galata went through all that ass whooping and Bo just kept coming and even hurt him a little bit, Galata was just so insecure, so bipolar, he just wanted to quit. We've seen him straight up quitting other fights. That was his way of quitting that fight. Do you think if Tyson didn't do all time, he'd have faced Bo, or didn't do the time? Well, this is what's annoying about Tyson to me. A lot of you guys think Tyson, not just you guys, but the media, oh, he has words of wisdom. He's such an introspective guy. He's so smart. He has a lot of contradictory things that he says. Now, you could attribute that to age and maturity. There's an interview of him in 1993 or 4, and they're asking, would you ever fight Bo when Bo was champion? And Tyson he goes, nah, we grew up together. We went to middle school together. Now we're friends. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fight my friend. Come to find out later, they went to school together, but they barely knew each other. Tyson was older. They weren't in the same class. Like, they barely knew each other. But not only that, which doesn't matter, there's videos of Tyson recently being like, no, that's bullshit. Because they ask him, like, what do you think about, Shakur and Keyshawn saying they'll never fight? He goes, nah. What's the best gift you can give a friend? Money and stardom. The best thing you could do to a friend is we make money together. Come on. He's like, of course you fight your friends. Those are the ones you should try to fight more because you want both of y'all to come out with that money and that fame. So that's contradictions. But again, the first one he said when he was 30, this one he's saying now when he's 50 something. So who knows? Could be an age thing. Bo hit the ceiling before Lennox did. He sure did. Slammed into the ceiling like a rocket. Bo beats Lennox in Lennox's career, but the dominant Lennox. See, I don't know. I don't know if Bo would have beat that Lennox because that Lennox was knocking out Razor Ruddock with one punch. That Lennox was, I mean, look, Holyfield, Ray Mercer arguably beat him. He had some close fights, but in general, Lennox was very dominant early on. He just wasn't fighting the competition. I mean, he destroyed Frank Bruno, but Frank hit him too. Oscar De La Hoya. Zab said Mike told him Floyd they should fight too. There you go. But I just saw a video recently. You could probably pull it up of Mike saying, nah, he would never fight him. That's his friend. They're both from Brownsville. Blah, blah, blah. But again, I said a lot of shit that I've changed my mind on. So who knows? Bo said he only spoke to Tyson once. He was jogging past Tyson as a teen, and Tyson was, there you go. I remember they didn't really know each other like that. You know what I mean? Maybe Mike was a little shook. Because don't forget, that was right when that influx of 6'5 plus dudes who were actually athletic. There was some 6'5 plus dudes in boxing history, but they were all lumbering like George A. Murasan type dudes, you know, in terms of in a boxing perspective. But Lewis and Bo were that first crop of, you know, and then Klitschko came after, and then of course Fury and all these guys, you know, Joshua. That first crop of dudes who are like, these guys are huge, but they're also athletic. They got twitch muscles, fast twitch muscles, you know, light on their feet. You know, Ali was looked at like unbelievable because he was 6'3", and at that time that was huge. And look how light he was on his feet. That's why when I look at Tyson Fury, who's arguably six inches taller and can move almost as well in terms of on his feet, and is, you know, forget about 6 inches taller, almost 100 pounds heavier. It's impressive. Lennox did not destroy Frank Bruno. Bruno was kicking Lewis. He knocked him out, though. That's all I'm saying. I did come back and correct myself. You're right. He was nailing him. He was nailing him, but he knocked him out. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. But you can argue Lewis had way harder competition on his come up than Bo did. Who the fuck did Bo fight? Buster Mathis? The fucking guy who kicked him? Remember the guy who kicked him? Forget his name. Lewis had way harder competition coming up. That Lewis that beat Ruddock was more exciting, took more risks. Yeah, flat top. I'm with you, man. And not only because I'm bald. You're bald too. I don't know if you're bald by choice, Stormy, but we're not just hating on the dudes with hair. But I never liked the dread Lennox. I don't know, something about fighters with long hair. I just feel like it doesn't. I don't like it. I feel like you're a fighter. You should keep your shit short. I know that's stupid, but I think Bo and Tyson are best friends. No, ne. Даже не се познават изобщо. Тук там може би се виждаха, ама не се познават. Sorry, I'm spitting Bulgarian at my man Vilizar. Mercer might have had a chance at Tyson in 91. Nah. Mercer's main thing was in the pocket absorbing shots. That would have been a problem with Tyson. Nah, the styles didn't collide. I don't think he could have absorbed all those Tyson shots. And that Tyson was fast. And don't forget, Tyson had one of the best chins in heavyweight history. You know, people don't talk about that. Tyson's never been clipped once and down. He's only gone down from repeated ass whoopings. Elijah Tillery. Yes, thank you, Joe. Him. Though that was his come up, and Lennox is sitting here fighting Bruno and Razor Ruddock. You know what I mean? Big difference in come up. So I like it, men with short. So I like it, men with short hair. So you like men with short hair. See, you fucked up your own joke. Rule 1, Comedy 101, has to be a clean, perfect joke the first time. An old Burbick kicked Bo. No, it was Elijah Tillery. Joe got it. Lennox under Emmanuel Stewart was a beast. Hell yeah. Who wasn't a beast under Manny? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Taylor should have been moved up to 147 after he's undisputed. I don't know how the motherfucker made 140. I told you I met him. He's almost my height. I don't know how he made 140, but you know, happens. What else we got, people? Taylor should have been moved up to 147 after he's undisputed. I already read that. Okay. Talk to me, people. Let's keep the party bus driving. Did you know Emmanuel Stewart trained Aaron Pryor? I did not. Kronk Jim? Maybe. Marco, play Burbick and Holmes street fight, please, if possible. It's not really a street fight. Holmes just drop kicks him, and then they break it up. Am I missing something? Give the kids a laugh. God damn! Big old titties! That was for you. What the hell's her name again? Balin something, right? Bo and Tyson was childhood Brooklyn, and they said they want to fight. Did you see Haney's hit list? No. Can't wait to hear this, though. Who's his hit list? Who's his hit list? Let me guess. Boots. Garcia. Tio. Rolly? Maybe? Trained Pryor for the second Arguello fight. No, it was Panama Lewis. Panama wasn't in his corner for the second fight? You show? What the fuck is this shit, Yayan? What are you giving me? Just the Indiana flag? Oh, smooth. Smooth. I don't get upset. Kick a hole in the speaker, put a plug, then I jet. Well, I just clicked on it, and all it gave me was... Oh, here we go. Tiafimo, Shakur. Okay, good luck with fighting at the 135. Shakur at 47. Javante, good luck with that. Jerron, Norman, Barrios, Keyshawn, Rolando, Connor, Ben, Ryan. Okay. That doesn't make sense, but okay. I mean, he might fight him. Bro, it's Keyshawn, T.O. Brown. Yeah, I just saw that. He's jumping around. Shakur and Tank are going to go nowhere past 135. Haney's going to go down to 135. I think that's just Bill being smart man as he is, putting every name out there, stirring the pot, making you know what I'm saying? Bill knows what he's doing. But we all know that's cap, as you kids say. Not that he wouldn't fight them. It's just not feasible because of the weights. Research it. Told Pryor that Arguello is a problem hitting a moving target. Oh, I don't have to research it. I'll believe you. Haney and a hint list, too, that don't go together. Yeah. Shakur said he would go to 140. Haney can't get to 140 anymore. So that doesn't really matter. Haney can't make... Unless he picks up a crack pipe, he's not going down to 140. Shit. That's one thing, man. Bernard Hopkins had that skill. This motherfucker could get down to whatever weight he wants and do it safely and healthy somehow. Like, he looked cracked out when he was fighting. I guess it was for middleweight when he fought De La Hoya. Yeah, actually, they fought at middleweight, not 54. He brought up these 40. He brought up these welterweights and then drained himself down and beat. I mean, I wasn't impressed. Marco, I've said Lennox and Evander were two of their best era because the two they fought, Mercer, Morrison, Tyson, McCall, Foreman. McCall from your hometown. Foreman, Cooper. Yeah, Cooper, wow. Moore, Francois Botha, Tucker, Douglas, Biggs, Stewart, Tucker. Tony Tucker. If one didn't fight a name, the other did. That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, Alex Stewart fought everybody. I did a video. It got a lot of views. Stewart versus Foreman. You guys should watch it. Arguably, Foreman should have lost that fight if they gave it to him. But Stewart was, I mean, Stewart had Foreman's face look like Sloth from the Goonies. He looked like he had a shellfish allergy and he just ate a fucking lobster po' boy. I'm telling you. He was awful. Foreman looked awful in that fight. So swollen. Looked like he just munched on a lobster roll and he has a shellfish allergy. It looked bad. Shakur first said he'd end at 147. Now he's saying he'll end up. Who knows? Lennox and Evander can't beat a prime Tyson. I don't know. I have a prime Tyson over anybody, possibly. Prime, but to me, my prime was 85 to 89. That's my prime for Mike. Technically 88, because 89 against Frank Bruno, he didn't look that good. He had that one-punch knockout against Tillman, I believe. You didn't really see much about that. Then, of course, the Buster Douglas fight. Last fight that he looked tremendous was Spinks. Stewart was dangerous. I'm sad he never won a title. He was a strong dude. British, strong dude. Awkward fighter, but I wonder if he's still alive. He still is, right? Who you got? Rum Punch or Plant? Let me see. Alex Stewart, boxer. Is he still alive? No, he died. Oh, man. He died in 2016. Yeah, up here in Mount Vernon. Now we got to see what he died from. I think I remember this now. Retirement and death. After 2 consecutive knockout losses, Stewart retired from boxing in 99. After retiring, he worked in the New York State liquor distributor. Yes, he worked as a liquor distributor. See, this shows you guys how little this guy was on the biggest stage. Although he lost all the fights, most of them, all of them actually, he's on the biggest stage in boxing history. And he still had to work as a fucking liquor distributor, full-time job. You know what that is? That's somebody who just drives a truck and brings cases. It's basically like a labor job, brings cases of liquor to businesses. Stewart died in Mount Vernon of a blood clot in his lung. Oh, fuck. That's sad. Prime Lewis might get Prime Tyson. Might, because of the size. Yeah, no, I know now. I just read that. What if that's what he wanted to do? Okay. Look, most people don't start doing manual labor jobs when they're in their fucking 40s and 50s for the first time after making millions in the ring. Conceivably millions. I don't think he made millions. So you're right. There's some people who, I want to do this. I've always wanted to do this and don't care about the money. But usually that's not the case. Let's be real. Chuck Wepner sold beer. Yeah, Wepner did that too. Wepner's another one, though. Wepner was only known for a knockdown on Ali, he also was the guy, I think he's still alive, Wepner. Rocky, the movie Rocky was crafted after Wepner versus Ali. When Wepner drops Ali, and by the way, that was not a drop. It was called the knockdown, but it was bullshit. He slipped. Or he was pushed, maybe. Sylvester Stallone was sitting in the fucking seats in ringside that night, watched that fight, and the idea hit him. It's like, oh shit, this guy went down. And Stallone knew it wasn't a real knockdown, but he's like, what if this was a real knockdown? What if this guy just beat Ali? That'd be a good movie. Hence, Apollo Creed was basically an Ali clone, and Wepner, similar, was a Rocky Balboa knockoff. Benavidez versus the winner of Yard and McCallum. He beats them both easy. Easy. They don't care about his fighters. Chuck's about 86 now. He's alive, though. Broner works at a pawn shop. He might. Fucking guy with his fake dice. Jerk off. Chris, you're going to ruffle Leon. She's trying to ruffle. She's trying to shake his tail feathers. Broner scams NBA players. I know. What a loser. I didn't even know about that. I looked it up. How you can, because I don't play dice, how you can rig dice. So apparently you drill a little hole in one of the black dots, and you drill it, and then you put a pin in it, a piece of heavy metal. So, and then you seal it back up and paint it over, and you can never tell that was done. So now when you throw it, Wherever you put the pin, when you throw it, because it weighs a little more, that makes the die fall towards that direction. So it'll give it more of a chance. It makes it just the gravity, since it's heavier, it makes it fall in a certain direction more times than not. And that's how you can rig it. I had no idea. I was like, how do you rig a dice? Or a die is one, dice or two. Stallone met Wepner and Tony Aiello. Yep. That's your king. Damn, Marco never really gambled. Nah, I don't gamble. For what? I grew up poor. The fuck am I going to gamble for? Gambling, to me, gambling is only for people who have money. Now, I know that's not the case. I know a lot of degenerates or a lot of poor people gamble. And some people could argue, well, I gambled because you're broke, so you want to just make more. To me, because I know how gambling works, man, I grew up in New York City. Dudes doing with the cup and that thing and then fucking scamming you. You know what I'm saying? They got people planted there and you move. Nah. The house wins the majority of the time in gambling. So you're going in for a guaranteed percentage-wise loss. Why the fuck would you do that? Unless you gamble once or twice and win once, then walk away. Nah. There you go. That is true too, though, Yayan. E-Rock, you're the only one who calls fighters your kings. I've never heard anybody be like, that Devin Haney, he's my king. Actually, some people said that about Wilder. Nah, they called him more a king, like a strong black man. I don't think they meant he's their king. So yeah, that's only you, E-Rock. And be honest, E-Rock, calling another man your king is a little, just a little. Right, Eric? What's up with this guy? All right, people, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to get this workout in before I got to go to this movie. I will probably jump on late tonight. Appreciate you guys. Go Knicks? Probably not, but fuck it. We'll see what happens. He wants to be ruled by another man. Yo, Yayan, got at you, E-Rock. Peace, people.